Welcome to the Know, I'm Ashley. It is Friday, my dudes, almost time for the weekend, but we have a lot of news to get through before that happens. Nintendo announced at their earnings call recently that Switch Online will finally debut in September, and now, in a just translated Q&A that followed that call, we've got some comments from the company about it. In the Q&A, Nintendo President Tatsumi Kimishima said, "We view the online service as one component of our efforts to diversify how our games are played and to get people to play more of our games. That is why we want to apply substantial resources to the online service." Interestingly enough, when asked about how they plan on getting it to a wide audience and popularize it, Kimishima said that the announcement will make that part of it pretty obvious, which must mean they have some interesting plans. Director Shinya Takahashi also chimed in that the announcement would be worth the wait. I don't know about you guys, I'm curious to see what it is they actually do with this, because based on their voice chat solution, I don't have a lot of confidence, but they gotta do something if they want to make it worth paying for, right? Earlier this week, the internet swarmed on some rumors that Bandai Namco Singapore is indeed the mysterious studio behind Metroid Prime 4, thanks to some LinkedIn posts by employees of the company, and it looks like those rumors may be true according to a new report from Eurogamer. The outlet says they can confirm Metroid Prime 4 is in the hands of Bandai Namco thanks to word from multiple sources. You might be wondering, who the heck is Bandai Namco Singapore and why should I care? Well, the good news about that is that the studio is actually made up of lots of former LucasArts developers who worked on Star Wars 1313, RIP. While that project was ultimately cancelled, it did make quite a strong impression when it debuted at E3 in 2012. You could get a little bit touchy like, oh, it's not the studio that made Metroid Prime before. Understandable skepticism, but there's some hope there. Kingdom Hearts 3 is one of 2018's big question marks. Square Enix has committed to this year for the game's release, but we still don't know a whole lot about it thanks to years of silence from the company. Fortunately, it looks like Kingdom Hearts 3 could be getting some type of big reveal at this weekend's D23 Expo in Japan, if the Expo's official website is any indication. The game is prominently featured on the show's marketing materials, which has fans pretty hyped for some potential Kingdom Hearts 3 news over the next couple days. Maybe, I don't know, a release date, Square Enix, please? Maybe a couple of official world teases so that we don't have to rely on leaks? Anything? Thanks. Good news, JRPG fans! Ni no Kuni II is out in just over a month. I'm so excited for this. And now we're hearing about some more hands-on impressions from around the web. So far, the reports from various outlets seem to be on the positive side, which is great. In addition, WCCF Tech got some responses about a few questions from Akihiro Hino, president and CEO of Level 5. If you're wondering how long Ni no Kuni II will take in terms of playtime, he says it's going to be around 40 hours for the main story, not including side content. He also added that PS4 Pro players will get the game in 4K, 60 FPS, and HDR. Ooh. Ni no Kuni II releases March 23rd for PC and PS4. Man, it's been delayed a couple times, and I've been like, oh, but I think it's going to be worth it. Battle Royale games continue to be really, really popular, in case you were wondering, and not just PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Epic's just provided some new player numbers for FORTNITE Battle Royale, and they are insane. In a new blog post, they pointed out that the game recently hit a staggering number of 3.4 million peak concurrent users. The blog post was more centered around the server and latency issues the game experienced while trying to serve up all those players, but they still managed to sneak that humble brag in there. You know, it's not even a humble brag, it's just a straight up brag. This beats any number that PUBG has posted on Steam. That game topped out at 3.2 million concurrents, but it is important to remember that Fortnite's number probably includes all platforms, and we don't know what the PUBG, PC, plus Xbox numbers look like. We might be getting an announcement from them pretty soon. It looks like we're not getting any more content for Dawn of War 3. Developer Relic Entertainment told Eurogamer that while the game has a dedicated fanbase, it didn't meet its targets, and therefore Relic is moving on to other projects. In a statement, Relic said, "With Dawn of War 3, we simply don't have the foundation we need to produce major content. We're working in close partnership with Sega and Games Workshop to determine the best course of action, while shifting focus to other projects within our portfolio." The studio is currently working on a new Age of Empires game, as well as a separate unannounced project that may be about to get a whole lot more resources. Warner Brothers is 100% behind Jared Leto as the Joker, except when it comes to giving him his own standalone movie. Variety reports that Todd Phillips' Joker-centric spin-off has been eyeballing some A-list talent for the role, and that Phillips' #1 choice is Joaquin Phoenix. We're still in early days here, there is no deal in place just yet, but Variety sources say that not only is Phoenix the filmmaker's top pick, but that the actor has verbally agreed to it already. This is expected to be a one-and-done portrayal of the character, with the DCEU moving back to Leto for all its forehead tattooed Joker needs in the future. He's supposed to be in Suicide Squad 2, so we don't know what this is gonna look like exactly, but interesting. In other DC news, we have this surprising development. Michael Bay is considering directing the long-in-the-works Lobo movie. If you're unfamiliar with the character, think of him as like a metalhead Dog the Bounty Hunter who rides a space motorcycle through the cosmos while smoking a cigar. Originally conceived of as an over-the-top parody of Marvel's violent anti-heroes The Punisher and Wolverine, Lobo's absurdity became incredibly popular in the 90s and to this day is actually still one of DC's most fan-requested characters to jump over to movies. This project has been in some form of development since 2009. Maybe Michael Bay will be the one to finally make this happen with all the explosions you could possibly hope for. Yeah. Now it looks like Gal Gun is back in the news. Yeah, that's right. The latest game from the franchise that featured adjustable boobs and $90 DLC is apparently now banned in Germany. Authorities there have refused to give the upcoming Gal Gun 2 a rating, which basically means it can't be sold in the country. It can still be imported. This is most likely due to the content of the game, which involves shooting fair amounts at the female characters whose clothes might also come off. In a statement, developer P-Cube said, "It is our opinion that disliking the content in a piece of entertainment or art and voicing that dislike is totally fine and even encouraged. But denying that work the right to exist in a market based on personal opinions and prejudices is something we strongly disagree with." The game is expected to release in other markets this spring for the PS4 and the Switch. Now finally, Logan Paul is at it again, and this time sounds like YouTube's bringing out the even bigger slaps on the wrist. The company announced earlier this morning that due to a recent pattern of behavior, they're going to temporarily suspend all ads on the YouTuber's account. Paul's most recent antics following that dust-up over his extremely controversial Suicide Forest video include encouraging his followers to do the Tide Pod Challenge, which YouTube's already declared a no-no, pretending to perform CPR on a gasping fish out of water, and, yes, tasering a dead rat. In a statement provided to The Verge, YouTube said, "This is not a decision we made lightly. However, we believe he has exhibited a pattern of behavior in his videos that make his channel not only unsuitable for advertisers, but also potentially damaging to the broader creator community." How does that saying go? Upload a dead body once, shame on me. Upload a dead body twice. Okay, I don't think that's the saying, but we can probably make one up. All right, that is the news for this week. Woo, wow, we are done with roundups for the week. It's time for a weekend, almost. Let us know what you think of all of these stories in the comments down below. To make sure you get the news from every corner of the internet every weekday, like this video. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe to the know, and have an awesome weekend, my dudes. I just really like saying my dudes now. I don't know what happened. This is the thing now. It's so much. And that's like every day.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh my god.
It's frozen.
Let's go.
We're gonna start from.
Yeah.